Texas weather if you didn't have ice last week and 70 degrees this week. It just wouldn't make sense, right? The good news is, though, there's nothing on radar. No snow, no ice, no sleet, freezing rain, none of that junk. And it's, as I mentioned, pretty warm today. We get to the daytime highs. We're in the 70s, 70, 71 degrees. Warmer out west in the western parts of the area today. But overnight lows, we're right around where we normally would be for highs for our lows. So definitely a warmer part of our forecast, but it won't last too terribly long. We'll be closer to that in the highs pretty soon. And as we look at the big picture, it's pretty quiet across the country right now. There's not a whole lot going on. I do want to bring your attention, though, to this little system that is moving in. This isn't a big cold front necessarily. It will bring some cooler temperatures, but the main feature of this is going to be the rain that it's going to bring. Tomorrow and Wednesday, we'll start the rain tomorrow morning, continue on to Wednesday, probably the first half of the day, really, for most of the rain then. But as it moves east, we will see plenty of rain in our area. The good news is that while we could have a few rumbles of thunder, we shouldn't see any severe weather in our area. It looks like most of the severe storms will probably be focused down in the coastal areas around Houston, Beaumont, that area. I want to bring your attention too to the water vapor here. You can see pretty dry air in the upper levels of the atmosphere for our area, but you do see this moisture that is pushing in ahead of that front, ahead of that system. And at the lower levels, we're getting Gulf moisture moving in. So we have plenty of moisture to work with over the next couple of days to get that rain moving in. We could see an inch or two of rain by the time this whole thing is over. Localized, we could see more than that. So it just kind of depends on where some of those heavier downpours go. And that's true most situations, right? But the good news is that it will be more beneficial rain that we can definitely use before we get into the spring and summer when we start worrying more about drought conditions. Your 7-day forecast today is going to be windy. We're mostly cloudy today, so we'll have most of the clouds around. It's going to be warm, like I said, 70 degrees overnight tonight. We're in the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow we only get up to around 60. We'll be rain cool for the most of the day, cloudy, wet. Not going to get very warm. It'll be kind of chilly. We'll have a breezy south wind, but for the most part, we will be looking at just cooler conditions around overnight. Tomorrow night, 40 degrees. And then Wednesday's a little bit cooler, mid-50s for highs. So we're getting a little bit closer to normal behind that front there. 60% chance of rain, I think mostly in the morning as that system moves out of our area. Breezy west winds. Thursday, for the most of the day at least, we're in the low 60s, and then another cold front comes in. This one will actually bring a little bit more cold air to our area. Overnight, Thursday night, we're around the mid-30s, and then if you look at Friday, 52 degrees for the high, 30 for the low. So Friday night, we get pretty cold. We're also windy that day, so it will be in the low 50s, but it's going to be a little bit chilly as we get that northwest wind, bringing the wind chills down into the 40s. 30 overnight. It's not a big freeze, but it's enough. Again, bring the pets in, bring the plants in, cover the plants, whatever you got to do. We're in the mid-50s Saturday with sunny skies and a light north wind, and then Sunday we get more clouds in the area with highs in the mid to upper 50s, but that southwest wind comes back in to warm things up. So for now, rain tomorrow will be our biggest story this week. Showers and thunderstorms, no severe weather expected, but we could have some rumbles of thunder. 1 to 2 inches of rain possible widespread, could be more than that in some localized places. So keep an eye on AllisCountyWeather.com as I bring more updates on what to expect over the next couple of days.